Big up, big up, big up, and welcome to Little 12th Man Show. I'm Little 12th Man, and I'm joined by Scouse Lee. We're going to be joined by some others shortly here soon. But most importantly, we are joined by you out there, KJ, Trap Joe in the house. And we are also joined by AW. By the way, AW, 4-0 win at Anfield. How are you feeling, Lee? How are you doing?
Yeah, I feel good, mate. That's just what the doctor ordered, wasn't it? That performance and result we got. We got a good performance and we got a really good result. I felt there was a third goal in it, like at the end, and turned out to be a fourth one too. But I felt there was a third goal in it, like, and it turned out to be. And yeah, it was a really good performance, wasn't it? Like, thought we played well right across the pitch.
Yeah. Kind of like weathered the storm in the first half a little bit. I mean, we had a couple opportunities, but we weren't looking as threatening as we did in the second half. I think it's just like a matter of like just wearing teams down, like I know.
Yeah.
I think one of the most notable things I've seen, at least right now with the construction of what we saw today, is a high press is the reason why they went and picked up this coach, because he has a commitment to it. And he also, having a high line and everything else, he's willing to go there, much like Jurgen obviously did. But he does bring out some control. We have Brian with us too. Bring in Brian. Oh, Brian, good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Brian.
Are we good? Good. Big up, Philip.
Sorry, turn off some things here.
Yeah. That's what I was making sure. Big up KJ. Big up Philip. Again, big up Trap Joe, and big up Red Armchair Supporter. Guys, 4-0. That was somewhat unexpected, considering.
Oh yeah.
Came
out of nowhere after an hour. No.
Suited to these like 1-1s, and you're calling 2-2 earlier. I guess bring those 2 goals over to the Liverpool side, and you got it right.
There have been a gradual improvement, like before we got the first goal, hadn't there? We have been knocking on the door, so to speak. Not majorly, like, we weren't beating the door down, but we were on top, like, before we scored.
Yep.
I was expecting a sub just before just before that move that led to the Diaz goal. I was saying it to you, we're watching the game. 60 minutes now, something going to happen now. And then the next thing, we were 1-0 up, and yeah, it's kind of went from there, really, didn't it?
Once that went in, like, it wasn't long before we got the second, was it? It wasn't actually
minute and a half, 2 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. We just sort of wrestled control of the game, didn't we? Well, it's going to take you a little bit of time. You're not going to get the better of the Xabi's side immediately in the first half, are you? You're going to have to play against them first, learn the right to beat them.
Yeah. It was what was the pace to you, Brian, in that first half? Like, and was it acceptable for you? Did you think that we were the momentum was going our way? Because I know you said, it's really been, it just all of a sudden there was an explosion, and those are the fireworks weren't going just on outside of Anfield.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, off the pitch. Exactly. That's a good way of putting it. The fireworks were definitely off the pitch, not on it. Two boxers feeling each other out. Two coaches kind of squaring up. It was a very 50-50, real 50-50. Like, nobody prepared to go. They were waiting for the opportunity, I think, as opposed to trying to impose themselves on the game, like you saw with the Frimpong. I didn't think. Yeah, I think it was. What's the term? I can't think of the fucking shadow boxing. That's what I was trying to say. They were just trying to kind of look at each other and see what's he doing, what's this guy doing, what's he doing, where's he going, and yeah, it didn't make for a great. It did not make for a great watch. It was intriguing. I'm sure for the tactical people to watch it. What will Alonso do and how will Sock open it? And especially with the idea of bringing in Diaz to play in the middle, that was very tactical. All of that stuff. And then we get to then we get to kind of 60, and all of a sudden, boom! I don't know when's the last time we did 4.5 an hour. That game just changed. That game flipped on a dime, as you guys would say. I mean, it just went from being tetchy and a little bit. Their keeper had just gotten, because we were talking about this up. Their keeper had just gotten yellow carded for time wasting. Just before our goal. It wasn't long. It was only about a minute before. So they were doing that shit. They were happy to probably get a point there.
Yeah.
And then boom, next thing you know, game opens.
Happy's played here. He knows how difficult it is to get a result here. Like, and he would have been happy with the draw, I'm sure. Like, although he might not admit that, like, but I'm sure he would have been happy with the draw, haven't he?
Yeah.
Looking for the opportunities. Like I said, they weren't going to try and impose us. So, but yeah, just something about that. Like I said it, we all say it. It's not like Nostradamus said. Hopefully now that goal will open the game up a little bit. But then to get one so quickly, he didn't have even time. Alonso didn't even have time to make an adjustment. By the time we'd scored the second one.
Right.
So then it's holy hell.
Right. About I know you said something like, is it going to be a case of when do we eventually go up against someone that just has a better second half plan than we do?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And that is a little troubling, but KJ wasn't worried. I had a feeling that we were going to score. Like I said, I knew that we were going to you could see there was some crazy momentum starting to draw up, and I had a feeling I was trying to get back. And I knew something was going to happen. And then
close a good few times, didn't he? But they are the Bundesliga champions. Like, they're going to create some chances.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I understand that too, KJ. I agree with that. Like, as in he's saying that's not him saying he was happy with both first half performance though. So I can understand that too. But it wasn't, again, is it like what you just said, Brian? Is that it's like the shadow boxing, it's two boxers trying to figure each other out, not giving up something, but not giving up too much to allow for you to really get anything behind the lines. Did you think
he had a chance to make it 2-1, didn't he? Was it Boniface?
Yeah,
just over the bar. If that would have went in at 2-1, then we could have had a different ending to the game.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do you think that would have brought a different? Because I was mentioning how it was like we're so loaded up in with defensive minded players more so than we are offensive minded players on the bench. Like once we put in Darwin, once we put in Dominic, okay, those are pretty much all the firing fireworks that we have on the bench currently to bring in. So if it doesn't happen now, it's not happening. Pretty much, probably not happening. But when we did have all those players get an opportunity to get on the pitch, they certainly made a difference. It was almost like Leverkusen was on the ropes somewhat.
It said they've never got a result in England, only once, and that was when Spurs were playing at Wembley. It was the only time they've ever got a result in England, Leverkusen.
What was it? But I don't know if Heiler's with us, but Heiler brought in a stat. He said something like, they were undefeated on the road or something in Europe, though, or something along those lines.
Oh, they're 42 games unbeaten away or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad one, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah, they've never had much success in England. I think it said in 8 attempts. They'd only won 9 attempts. They'd only won once, and that was when Spurs were playing home games at Wembley. And they won there.
Primo contender. contento. That's right.
Things like that do come into play with clubs, you know, when they haven't got a history of winning in a country. Like it does play on their minds a bit, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It does. It does sometimes set on the mind, especially if the record's something that people constantly talk about.
Yeah, if we'd never won a game in bloody Italy and then we were playing in Italy, like, you know, I'd be concerned.
Yeah, it could worm its way in there. Isn't RC? I don't know what that means. But slot cooked Alonso, yeah, quite possibly. I know Brian, and I agree with Brian's sentiment too. Where he said he doesn't necessarily like seeing sad Alonso, especially for some of us that grew up on watching him play, and now this being our real first time seeing him coach a team against us. It was a little sad, but
Yeah.
there was
I
some
didn't
great,
feel
there
any
was
of
some
that
absolutely great
sadness for
goals.
Xabi. Like, I'm happy for Xabi. He's won the Bundesliga from
He's
Bayern.
won the
Like,
Bundesliga, exactly.
yeah. This ain't going to hurt him too badly. Like, he'd be disappointed with the result, like, but don't feel bad for him in the slightest.
Yeah, exactly. You just got another sub. Crap show's gonna be gunning for you.
Yeah, it's ban him.
Yeah. But yes.
No, RC is radio controlled stuff. That's my channel has all my well, not all my. I have an Instagram with like 4,500 followers, I think.
Okay.
That has all my RC stuff, radio controlled. You know, like Traxxas, crawler. Radio controlled cars, basically. But
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. There's just some of my older RC videos are on my channel, so anybody will see some of the older ones. But that's old crappy stuff. All of the good stuff is on Instagram, and it's linked to my Instagram, I think, on my channel. So if you like that stuff, you can go and look at that. But it's nothing to do with football. It's totally different stuff.
Bonkers. Amarin cooked City today. Yes, he did.
Yeah, York
does that now make it? Does that now make it Amarin is better than Pep G? Yeah. Is it like as we were speaking on? Does it now make it? Does it now make it? We're at a point now. This coach going to Manchester United is going to lead them to such high prominence.
Ruben, I'm still gonna flop.
Yeah. Let's see how much air gets pumped into that balloon from this win for the Red Devils. We'll see because he's going to be the coach pretty soon. But we've got our coach. Does this affect your opinion on whether if Alonso was available? Because this is something that the guys were bringing up backstage.
No, because the game could have went either way.
Would you now say that you've made the better choice, or do you think that you still would have gone with Alonso? It's a tough one because a lot of us wanted Alonso as our coach initially from the get-go.
We were desperate, weren't we? All of us.
Yeah. There are some fans that are trying to make it banter about the fact that he didn't choose us as the team he would go with or go with in general. He just end up choosing home or choosing his current home team.
Well, Slot must be pleased that, tonight's result, knowing that Xabi was linked with the job immediately before, he was announced himself. Must be pleasing for Slot to win this way tonight. And, I'm pleased for him. He looked really happy at the end, and no wonder.
Yeah, I watched the interview. Jamie interviewed him, and he was pretty jovial. He's happy. He's good spirit. Sometimes even in some of those victories, those 2-0 or whatever, there was something he would point out something that we have to correct. Or something that didn't go our way.
Less of that tonight, was there?
There wasn't much.
I haven't seen it yet. His interview.
Yeah,
Can't wait to see
there wasn't much of that at all, which is cool. despite the fact of what people have just said about the first half being, so, or
Yeah, now he's got Emery. It's Emery up next, isn't it? Well, the fun never stops, does it? Like,
yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
be
So
interested to see their result, like the Villa results after them getting a tonking off Spurs.
yeah,
Be interested to see their European results.
it will be.
We tend to do well against Villa at home. Villa don't trouble us at home that much over the years. Like I can't remember. They have had the odd win, but it's rare for Villa winning
Hmm.
at Anfield.
Hmm.
But it'll be a tough game. Like this is a different Villa. This isn't the Villa that we've been used to. Like this is a new, improved Villa. This is Emery's Villa.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this is also. How about our boy Lucho?
Yeah,
How y'all feeling about our boy Lucho out there? You knew I was going to bring him up, so it had to be mentioned.
Yeah, it's a good one for him, innit? Like he'll be pumped up, won't he? Like getting that, so that'll
Yeah.
do him. So that'll do him the world of good. Like,
Yeah, the first one was the best one, definitely. I mean, even like the whole all-round goal part of it, like the pass and the finish, lovely dink over the keeper.
I
Yeah,
like the second one because the defender fell over as he controls it, just to say, "Hey, I've been fouled," and he just
yeah,
finished.
yeah.
He did though, didn't he? Their defender for the second one, the way he went over.
Yeah.
Darwin had just gone tumbling in front of him with one of their defenders, and then another defender went over his Diaz controls it, didn't he, for the second? So I was like, I thought he was going to
And
start complaining. He didn't.
we got a no-look finish for the third.
Yeah.
So we got everything that we got a dink. We got that flying header, which is just awesome. Yeah. I mean, honestly, at 60 minutes, we're like, ugh, we take a 1-0 with a penalty here, and next thing you know, you're winning 4-0. Crazy game.
Yep.
Crazy game.
Yep. And that was the question of he got asked that question too by Jamie. He got asked that question too, like, what do you do when your team is out there? And you probably gave them instructions to 2-0. Cool. Put it into third gear and just kind of just hang tight for the rest of this game. Don't worry, press or push. Or when Anfield gets a hold of the team and they're urging them on, the energy is vibrant, the players are feeling it, and it kind of takes away from the description of you saying, "Oh, let's just be chill. Let's just keep control. Let's just keep this positive outlook going by just playing conservative, if anything, somewhat conservative, I guess you say. Control.
Any type of win now against Villa, it was just the perfect way to end for the break. Any type of win now against Villa.
Yeah.
But I don't think with Slot, I'm not sure what he said, but if I was Slot, I would have said something along the lines of, I've never told them they can only score 2 goals. If you're 2-0 up, if the chances are there, take the chances, but make smart choices.
Right.
Don't go too crazy.
Right.
But
risk reward is the word he used. Risk reward. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, at 2-0, there's no need to go looking for things. Why overextend? Why risk things at 2-0?
Mm-hmm.
Not saying you can't go, but look, if the opportunities are there, yeah, go for them, take them, get yourself a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the thing like with Darwin, what are you going to do? Of course, you're going to run from pitches wide open. Go run at him. Go for it. You're not going to say, "Oh, stop! Oh, pass it back." No, go for it, man. Go do it. That was a low risk situation, Ross. It's a 5-on-3. Ends up with a goal. We had one just before that. Darwin, in a very similar situation, made a different choice. This time, Yeah, I don't think I'd have said, look, I've never told my team at 2-0, you have to stop and
No,
control the game.
right. But he did. He said though, like as in, he basically went into about his press. That's where he emphasized what it is. He kind of like because he's basically called out Jamie and said, he listens to what he says and everything else, but I mean, he calls it like it is, and Jamie got part of what his analysis was of this coach right and his philosophy, and he got half of it wrong too, though. And a lot of what the wrong part was that he was saying was that Jamie and a lot of people have this like, oh well, we have this measured approach, and we're going to have this. It's all about possession and control, but we'll press, but it's not our emphasis. We're not going to play a high back line. And he came on and said, no, we are going to play a high line. We are going to have an high intensity press. That's he emphasized the reason why Hughes, he called him out for it, or called his name out and said that's the reason why these guys went and made a point of bringing me in, is because his system fits as close, or as in philosophy, as close to Klopp's in the get at him stages than any coach out there. That was at least what that was what he was saying. That's the reason why he had not brought him in. So it's interesting what he did with the front part of the game, where he had virtually no striker on the pitch. Technically, I mean, you can say Cody is a striker, but we all agree we don't necessarily see him as a striker.
You're not a striker. No.
Right. So, and we saw primarily Diaz playing in that role for the most part in the good parts of the game. And what would you do tactically different from the very beginning, do you think, that he's missing then? What is it that we're missing that we can't get this kind of play from this team early enough, rather than just after the grind a little bit and going into that second half?
Well, you always have to take your opponent into account, don't you? What they do, what they let you do. We're not the greatest, bestest team on the planet. Sometimes teams can play the ball around us. They can deal with us. You have to win the ball back. It might take a while. Very early days with this kid, this coach. So again, no transfers, no new players. He's working with, again, like he said, and that's what we've been talking about. Why you're not going to see any more Mourinho's, Conte's, Ancelotti's. It's because teams are built up to absorb a manager leaving, a new manager coming in, and I'm not saying, sorry, these guys you just spent 200 million on, I have no use for them. I need new players. It's to be able to be continuous and go, yeah, you change here and there. But like he said, they brought me in because they knew I could work with the players that were already there. I didn't need 5 new players. I didn't need a new goalkeeper, 2 new strikers, a new winger. And it's not a rebuild every time you sack a manager. It's another rebuild. Get rid of the old guys' players, get in the new guys' players. He only lasts 2 years. You start all over again. You can't have that as a club. You just can't. You need to get the fine balance in between, where a manager who is pretty much spot on can say, look, I like this player, but I'm sorry, these days you're going to have to be one hell of a manager with one hell of a CV to be able to walk into the room at Liverpool and say, I want this guy, even though, not that he's not even number 1 on your list. I know he's not even on your list, right?
Right.
And I know everything you say about him says no, but I guarantee it, and I 100% want him, and I want him now. That's not happening at a club like Liverpool now. You will have an input, but they just want people, not the people are going to be, oh, thank you very much for buying me this player, and there you go. But it's, that level of autonomy is gone. And he will have an input into it, but this is the thing. We won't be buying him bad players. That would be a bad system if you're buying bad players. We're going to be buying mainly good players. which is how I balance that. Now I know some people hate all that shit.
Yeah.
The idea of like that Edwards buys the players and he hands them to a coach and he's a yes man and he can't make his own. The truth isn't. It's not like that. Is what I'm saying. I just think that's the way football is now. And everybody has to be. And a lot of managers, like you'll know, they're happy to work in that system. They prefer working in that system.
Right.
They don't want to have to
a little bit more,
find
because
players.
it gives them a little more leeway to be like, look, I'm doing my best to work with what you're giving me. It's just a matter of finding.
Yeah, but look, imagine you're running a fucking restaurant, right? And like basically you're the head chef, and you're like, I need 6 new chefs, right? Do you want to have someone there go, look, no problem, 12 man. I'll go and get you the 6 best people you need. Don't worry. I'll get them. And you come and you have a little conversation about them. But you don't want to have to go off and look for all those guys on your own. Test them out, find out where they've worked, what they've done before. You want to have someone there that you trust. And like, say it's me. Say, okay, 12 man. Here's these 6 guys. You need 4. These are the 6.
Mm-hmm.
Any 4 from them you pick. And you go, okay, cool. Because you just have to run your kitchen. You don't have the time to go out and do all the background work on them. You just have somewhere that you trust that brings in, look, this is what you need. You need 4 of them. Here's 6. We can go with any 4. That's the way I see it. You just have to have that trust in people.
Yep.
The idea of a manager going out, I buy this guy, I want this, I want that, and I'm hiring the guy that cuts the grass and the people that make the tea and all that. No, man, not anymore.
Let's bring in JK, and let's definitely bring in Latte. I'm waiting to see if his icon goes off mute. He's still on mute. But JK, how are you doing today?
All good, bro. All good. It's been a good day, man. Liverpool won 4-0. It's my bro's birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, up in Berlin.
Bro. Happy birthday, man.
And bless Annie as well. So all good, man. It's been a top day. Top second half, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah, man. But I knew it was coming. I just had a funny feeling.
Oh, okay.
But we scoring good goals where there's a lot of team play in there. Like the old days, the 90s Liverpool team, 80s, 90s.
Good goals. This one was a great goal.
The Gakpo goal.
Cody goal was great.
What a goal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my goal of the month. Flying header.
Yeah.
I'm having them all day long. There ain't enough of them. There ain't enough of them anymore.
Absolute boss shot. But go ahead, JK.
Yeah. I just enjoyed. I was like, I didn't fear them at all in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It was like really disappointed in their play. I thought they would be better than that. All their players were playing.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good comment.
And yeah, I think maybe Alonso did us a favour, undercover. I'm going back. I can't go on being there.
You saying that's Alonso's gift? That was Alonso's gift?
That was Alonso's gift of not taking the job when he wanted. He was like, what? All them years they sorted me out, and here's a gift in return. So, but I just felt like
pay us
they
too much
great.
Respect, JK? Is that what you're saying? Kind of low key that they paid us too much respect.
And yeah, because I think when we've done that in games, it don't end well. So I think sometimes you've got to separate that, as a manager, as a player, going back to your old club and stuff. If you want to win the game, you've got to sort of separate yourself mentally from that sort of situation, what you're in. And I think I've seen games where Liverpool gone to Old Trafford or say Arsenal, and they showed a little bit too much respect, and we've sort of drew or lost them games.
Big up to Robert, by the way. Just going to respond to him in the chat here. Cody does definitely deserve a cape for that header because he took flight.
Yeah, it's a wonderful still, that, isn't it? Of his header.
Took flight on that one.
Picture.
It's a proper goal, that was. All 3 attackers worked with each other getting that goal.
Yep.
That's why I like that goal. All 3 forwards, all combining to get that goal. It's like world class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lucho's goals were good ones too. There was a lot of variety in there as well. Oops. This. Bring this down. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope this hat-trick is the start of a little goal glut for Diaz. I hope he scores a little glut of goals.
Mhm.
Oh, mind you, we've only got one bloody game next, haven't we, before the break? That's the break, you know.
We have, so was that JK? That was, I know that was Brian's favorite goal. Was that your favorite goal of the game?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Like as soon as he went in, I was like celebrating on a different level. He was
Yeah,
the
that was
footballer,
the best
you know.
moment, wasn't it? Best moment
Top
of the
goal.
match. It felt really nice, that second goal.
Football. It's like the Curtis Jones for Salah the other day against Brighton. That was a good team goal as well. The 1-2 with Diaz. Passed it wide, bang goal. And I think we're sort of getting into that flow now. We was on about a few weeks ago about us not scoring a lot of goals in the games. We'd win 1-0, 2-0, nothing more than that really. But like today, you've seen it 4-0, and we weren't really great. We were sort of third gear maybe. We weren't full power.
I'm just thinking about like the fact of those are like the goal that he got off of Nunez's follow was definitely like a Diego goal, just like being in the right place, right spot, right time.
Oh, he has to do the lotto tonight, man. Diaz needs to do the
Yeah.
lotto tonight. Everything is coming up Diaz today. Everything.
Yeah, that was just like, that
Big
was
up
some
Diaz.
fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
I was just saying, big up Diaz, man. What a guy today. 3 goals. Wow.
Yeah.
That will have to go down as the future quiz question. First player to score a hat-trick in the slot era. Lucho Diaz.
That is.
Good question. I like that, Brian.
That is. What was the connection to the Champions League again? He scored in Champions League games, I'm sure. He has to have.
Oh,
scored.
the guy that was doing the commentary earlier on said that tonight was the first time that he'd scored for us this season in the Champions League. I think that's what.
Oh, just for us this season in the Okay, I got you.
Yeah, tonight was the first night.
Right, in the last couple of games that we've had. We got you. Not like in general. Okay.
Oh no, just this season in the Champions League this season. It was his first goal for it. Apparently, that's what's his name said. Big old Guy Mowbray. The man was still surprised by fireworks. Apparently.
Hey, that's cool. We all want a little. We all had a little, kidding us.
There's fireworks all night, yeah, in the Liverpool game.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. They showed like the overheads of it.
Of the stadium, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet by then
you see the fireworks like going off in the background. That's super cool.
He got a little bit kind of flustered because basically what happened was there was a minute's silence going on for the flood victims in Spain.
Oh, yeah.
Some during just before that was about to end, some people in the city, not in the ground, but people just around, not knowing there was a minute's silence going on.
Yep.
Had let off some fireworks, which sounded like there was whistling, and he kind of was trying to explain what had happened, and then just went on this weird kind of, not kind of rant or anything, but just chat about fireworks for some reason. But yeah, that's what it was really. It was
Nalante was going on about the 4-3-3. Remember?
Yeah. Everyone was just busting up the old minute silence there.
Yeah. That's wild that the fireworks did go off, and kind of, it wasn't in no disrespect. We do all thoughts and prayers go out to those that were affected in Spain.
I mean, it's
and
literally fireworks.
It's being observed all over and all the stadiums, because I did see.
They were going on for hours before, and they were going on for hours before the match.
Yeah.
No, it's bonfire night. It's literally the night where people set off fireworks. So that's what they do over there.
Yeah. So, but again, there were some fireworks going off inside the stadium, and that was via a little bit of salsa, a little bit of cumbia, maybe going down.
Nice segue. That was nice.
And this is good. This is
Courtesy of
good.
Lucho. Courtesy of Lucho. Yeah,
Yeah.
some Colombian fireworks. The real fireworks, Colombian style.
I would like to see
Yeah, where's
us.
Chris Angel? Where's Chris Angel, by the way?
I
Come
know.
on.
I was. That's
Where
a
are
good
these
question.
Bajans? Where are these Bajans? Come on, where are they?
That's a good
Come on,
question.
man. Like
Don't
Delia
worry.
Smith,
I'll
where
hold
are
it
you?
down for
Where
you
are you?
for the Colombian represent. Yeah, it was definitely a very, very good day. Very, very good day. And what I thought also was pretty great about this night is that, you know, we got to share with each other. We were able to bring in a lot of the roll call. We got to watch the games with the guys, and then match reaction for nothing. Because every time you say a match reaction, you're like, am I going to be happy? Or am I going to be on the verge of like some of the reaction shows or reaction videos you see of the screaming and hitting like the blow up what do you call
Nope.
it? What's the guy
Not a
for
blow-up
the
doll,
Korean
sure.
guy has like the blow up animals or stuff like that? You know what I'm talking about? You ever see the red he's a Korean guy, does a Red Devil does the Red Devil
Sounds like
launch
a
ones.
very different type of content. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Blow
different.
up Korean guy with blow up
Not blow up dolls for
What?
the Korean guy, but blow up
If you only think of that Gangnam style, fella,
blow up animals. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is. He's like a little bit heavier set. Yeah, he's funny though. He's speaking in Korean, but it's still you can almost still understand what he's kind of saying.
Well, yeah, football is a global language.
It is. It certainly is. It certainly is. But yeah, it was a good day. Very good day. What else do you guys want to talk about then? About the games? Anything that particular that you guys had a reaction to? Hopefully we have Nalante here soon. We have Nalante in the house, but I guess he's somewhere taking care of some stuff.
Hi, Max. The guy I was trying to say. Yeah, I mean, just in terms of the game itself, like what would Alonso be thinking? I thought, like,
Ooh.
out of
How
nowhere,
about-
you know, just
yeah.
really out of nowhere.
Answer to, do you think we should play with this formation again?
Well, I'm sitting there all night backstage when we were watching on the whatever thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going, this ain't working for me.
This ain't working. I know,
You
mate.
know.
I know, but it didn't look like it was, did it? Like for
No.
a while.
And then all of a sudden, how much can you base on that? But it's also like someone said earlier on, but we haven't played anyone yet. I mean, this is
Right.
another one off the list.
Right.
Like, don't tell me, like
Right.
when we were talking
That's a
about
good
these, like, we haven't played anyone yet, yada, yada, yada. I would have had Leverkusen above Chelsea in difficulty. Because I knew they were going to go full strength, and I knew we were going to go full strength, basically. And almost probably above Villa in difficulty as well. Yeah, definitely above Villa in difficulty, actually. So
Yeah.
I consider this like one of the hard, like with the 10, which goes right up to Madrid and Man City, basically. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like we kind of done all of that.
Yeah.
You know, but to do this again with Diaz in the middle, was it a one-off kind of thing? Is it a viable tactic? I mean, he's much more of a Jota type. If he just wants to play with a Jota type, Nunes ain't a Jota type. You know, okay, just look at it basic that binary way. I mean, is it a viable tactic going forward? I don't know, guys. I don't know what you think.
I think that I still think it's rotation based that we did this today, but I don't know if this is the way forward. I don't think that's the case. I just think it worked for us tonight.
It's for now, isn't it? I think.
Right, it worked for tonight. It's an option that we could always use, but it's not the way forward. I think that you start Darwin, you play you have to bite the bullet, I guess, and figure out which either starting Lucho or starting Cody, because both of them are in phenomenal form right now. And obviously he's
Part
starting
of
well.
it as well, though, isn't it? What do you do now? Do you drop the guy that's just scored a hat trick, or do you
I
drop
know.
Gakpo that's just gone and scored? I mean, now
Yeah.
what do you do?
I mean, one of the reasons why I think you're right, I think what you alluded to in the roll call was that if considering that Cody had 2 goals in that Brighton game, it became a point of saying, you sure you're not going to take him out in this next game, probably. And now that you just saw Lucho score a hat trick, you're surely not going to take him and the other guy who scored out of this upcoming game against Villa. That is certainly still a viable opponent. Don't get it
ain't
twisted.
dropping Mo. You ain't dropping Mo Salah either. Not to get
No.
Darwin into the team.
Just to get Darwin in the team.
Nope.
Even though Darwin's been playing well, but he's not on the levels of doing well as what we're seeing from Cody, from Lucho. And even in Salah's just guaranteed goal and assist almost every game practically. So you're making some tough choices.
I know I was slagging him off all night, but the Guy Mowbray, the commentator on the CBS thing, it was interesting to hear. He said that he thought Jones had been our best player.
Yeah.
And that was before we went and slammed in 3. I think it was 0-0 at that stage. I think Jones had just tried a shot or something. It wasn't the game over stage. I think it was still at 0-0 when he said he thought Jones had been our best player.
Did have a good game.
That wasn't the one they side footed. That was that first half, or was that the?
It was around maybe 50 minutes, something like that. Maybe
Okay.
about 5 or 6 minutes before we scored.
There's one that we were talking about, like he wants side footed into it, but he should have probably put the laces behind it and just.
He just tried to.
Yeah.
That was first half.
That was the first half, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was 1-0 when he said it. KJ was obviously watching this. It was 1-0 and he said, okay. Yeah, because he had played the pass to open up the game.
Yeah.
So, okay, so he said it when he made the assist. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Cody played well. Cody definitely played well. He made he's gonna make it.
No, Jones.
He's gonna make it very difficult for Dom to have a shout. But I mean, it doesn't matter if he just basically juggles this lineup in the sense of.
No, exactly. I don't think it does.
Like starting Curtis here, starting Dom here, or vice versa.
And that's how we should, if we think about it, that's kind of the perfect thing. It's like, oh, Jones isn't playing. Oh, it doesn't matter. The other guy who's playing is just as good. Or Dom isn't playing. It doesn't matter. Jones is just as good. That's what we should be aiming for.
Yeah.
It's the manager's job after that to keep them happy, isn't it? Manager's job.
Yeah. Straight after we scored, Leverkusen are a well-organized team. We took them apart in the second half. Robert McGuire says, "Big up to the streets. The streets have arrived. Big up." Oh man. So wait.
Who have we offended now?
The streets have arrived, but
Rasta Crab's in the building.
Rasta Crab.
Big up Rasta.
What you saying about Lucho now, brother? What you saying about Lucho now? How you feeling about Lucho? He wasn't really
lucky hat trick.
Lucky
hat trick.
Yeah, he wasn't. I don't think Ross was feeling him in that number 9 spot. All the haters.
I don't know who is.
That is what he said for sure.
What? Like is Crab trying to make out that he was only the only guy that was cheering for Slot or something? What are we talking about here?
No.
Crab, we weren't in your stream, dude. Come on, you're in someone else's stream. Enlighten us to what has pissed you off, Crab. Come on. What's under your crabby skin tonight? Come on, my friend.
I don't know. Maybe he was. He's been he was always in for Slot and was not in for Alonso. Maybe that's
Yeah,
what
well, this is the thing, man. You gotta come over to a more level-headed chat sometimes. You know. Yeah. You know, I've seen your chat, dude, Ross. I've seen your chat on match days, and there's a hell of a lot of haters in there. That's all I'm gonna say to you, man. So
Rasta crabs on it tonight. They're coming back. That's about talk. Wait.
Have Villa got any main injuries that I need to know about that I don't know about? Are Villa carrying many injuries that you know of, anybody?
Not
sorry. No,
not really.
but they've got a game tomorrow. They've got a game tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
So
got
has
to hold
Pau
back on
Torres
that.
and Diego Carlos been playing? Have the as the
I don't know about Carlos. Pau Torres
Yeah,
has, yeah.
Torres. Yeah, Carlos is back. Yeah, he played against Tottenham, Spursley.
Yeah, they have a whole another 90 to go through tomorrow, so they could end up with, anyone else. That's what's the opposite of touching wood? I don't know, whatever that is. You know,
Mm.
not
Yeah, I
wishing
hope it's
bad
a
luck on
testing
them.
game for them anyway against
Yeah,
Spurs.
a couple of knocks here and there. This guy's out, that guy's out. Maybe but look, it's 8 o'clock. It's under the lights at Anfield. We've just done 4 at Anfield under the lights.
Yeah.
We're in the mood. We're in the mood.
Yeah.
Exactly, Brian. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. We needed one of these European nights where it was sort of like, I wouldn't say misty, but it was a bit nippy and that. And then we're at Anfield 4-0. You can't get better than that.
Yeah. This is what I would like to say too.
Yeah, I think what you were talking about earlier on was with Jamie Carragher.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that Slot will actually have to adjust to.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that about like doing what people want him to do, but his game plan and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, he's kind of yet to kind of experience Anfield on a European night.
Right.
That won't always be the way it's going to have to be.
Right.
He may have to adjust his flow a little bit to go along with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what Jamie Carragher's point was on that. And he was making a really good point. It's just like, I get that you like this, but at Anfield, that ain't going to wash. Not that it's going to not going to wash,
Right.
but the crowd will make that ball go. The crowd, like Salah gets it.
Right.
You can see that Salah gets it. There's maybe Dom doesn't. I think maybe Mac does. Robbo obviously does. But Salah, of all of the guys that are up front right now for us, he gets it. He knows.
Right. I'm just saying it's like
go from him.
Right, but it's also saying the same way that we spoke on, like how we think Endo. Remember when Endo had the pass, but he played conservative. That's like us, and I think that this coach is definitely telling his team, let's keep it. The risk reward, as he said, is important aspect of it, and if the risk reward is more,
risk.
if it's too high of a risk, then let's not.
Yeah, but the crowd at 3 o'clock or 12:30 at home against Palace versus the crowd.
Yes,
against
under the
Juve.
lights.
This is what I think Carragher is saying. It's like, you're going to have to maybe allow your team to go with that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it will be, the crowd will turn on that. Not turn on it in a bad way, but the crowd will be like, there's only 65 minutes gone. We're 2-0 up. Why are you going sideways? Why are you going backwards?
Right.
This is Anfield. This is Porto. It's not Man City. It's Leipzig. It's not our. There will be those games where I think he's going to have to realize, it's going to go that way a bit and deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
No, hey, look, if it worked, like, he's not going to turn down a 4-0. He's not sitting there going, "Oh, why did you go and score 4?"
No, of course not. Mhm.
No.
I'm pleased that we've
I mean,
got
you
the
see, but you saw his
Yeah.
reaction too. You saw his reaction when the I think it was on one of the Lucho's goals. He was just like, had this kind of like, go figure, right? Like, wow.
Yeah.
So it was something like, I'm sure he's not telling them, hey, don't score, but also or yelling from them, hey, what are you doing? Let's calm it down. But yeah, Anfield took over that game.
Yeah,
And
having the 8 o'clock kickoff against Villa, that might give us a good atmosphere, like having a night game. Because City City will have already played, won't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just before us, they play, so we'll know the result.
Up to Brighton to do us a favour now, innit? Get over their results against us and do us an actual favour there by getting a draw at least.
Right.
I couldn't see them beating City. Don't think they could beat City, but they could draw with them.
Yeah. So we gotta keep pace. This is gotta definitely keep pace with the league, obviously, keep our momentum going. I don't think Leverkusen was certainly on that list of teams that we had. Leverkusen was probably the second highest they're probably second place in my priority list of teams. I think obviously Real Madrid are top that list, even though we do have them at Anfield. It was fortunate to have Leverkusen at Anfield, I think, as well. It's definitely fortunate because that was an absolute incredible extra boost. I can only hope that we can get that same kind of boost when we do face Real Madrid. That'll be phenomenal. Right now, I'll bring up this as well, where the dogs go crazy. Antsy. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we played nobody, Trigger. We played nobody. Nobody good. We played the local girls' school under 13s. We played them. We played the Boy Scouts. We played them all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
we have
That's
one.
all we've done.
All we've done. I mean, look, people, we've got one game left before the international break.
We won a local pitch and puck competition. That's about it. That's all we won.
Yeah, no, we've won yeah.
Arsenal fans, man. Arsenal fans. There was someone in here earlier on. I know they're an Arsenal guy. I think they're just coming in to try and promote their channel. But anyway, fuck them. I think they're an Arsenal fan. I think
Luca. Luca is an Arsenal fan, I think, because Luca's.
Yeah. What?
I think Luca. I've seen on Beja Red's TV. He's been there before.
Does he live on the
he's got like.
floor?
Nice, very nice, very very nice. Yeah. I hope he's having a better time than that, Luca. But anyway, I'm getting really, a big sense of satisfaction now of being able to look at Arsenal fans and go, it's not 1 point, it's not 2 points, not 3 points, not even 5 points, 7 points.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
You're not even so.
Tomorrow.
Thanks for the advice. Yeah, thanks for the advice.
They go to Inter tomorrow, by the way. They go to Italy, and they're going to be playing Inter Milan. So
yeah,
it's not like it's a walk in the park. Manchester City found that out as well as they went to Portugal and found out that it was not the right type of weather for them as they got rained on 4-1. 4-0 PSV over Girona. 4-1. 4 was definitely a magic number today because
Man City hitting lucky back.
PSV over Girona, like I said, 4-1 Dynamo over Slovan.
Yeah.
We got our 4-0, but Celtic nearly had 4-1, but they still end up with a 3-1 victory today over Leipzig, a
Mhm.
very good Leipzig team too, by the way. I did not expect that to happen.
No, me.
I would have thought Leipzig could have gotten a result, especially the way that they played us. I thought that they would get a result. Dortmund ekes out a 1-0 win, along with Monaco getting a 1-0 win over Bologna. So, and Juventus obviously had a 1-1 draw today as well. But that 3-1 AC Milan game over Real Madrid is probably not sitting too well. If we, it is probably not sitting too well with a lot of the Real Madrid supporters, because I know I saw that game. They were leaving the game early. I mean, it was at Madrid too, by the way. They were leaving the game early, like giving up. That was wild, and I'm sure.
Oh, they'll
Mbappe
walk
is
out of
going to be
anything.
hearing a bunch of
No, Madrid fans will walk out of anything, man.
yeah.
They don't care about they'll like literally they walked out of the Ballon d'Or. Their whole club literally just walked out of its game early.
Yeah. What's wild about this is that it does this league format.
like
is
you were saying about
crazy,
Trent before.
but do you realize that Real Madrid with that loss is in 17th place in the Champions League? They're in 17th place. I know there's 36 teams, so that definitely makes it. But they're like mid table team currently.
Yeah, basically everybody that ain't top 8 goes into a secondary a competition to play off to go into the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, they probably they will be in there. But at the moment, they're in that part. They're not in the top 8.
I was just gonna say the same element, the same energy, the same chest that you were saying about excuse me, that we didn't take advantage of with Arsenal, because we could have said now they're, rather than 7 points, they're what, it would be 10 points, right?
Yeah, if we'd beaten them.
If we'd beaten them. Real Madrid will be our next opponent in the Champions League, who now sit in 17th place in the Champions League. If there's ever a time to put a stamp on that, it would be to put that moment and be able to get this kind of result would be fantastic. Oh, I said it when we were watching the game. I was like, I only hope that Anfield has this kind of energy that they had tonight for that game. That'll be phenomenal to be able to do.
Oh, it'll be much more. Oh, dude, I guarantee you, when Madrid come to town, as much as it can't be as vibrant and as feral as it used to be, because, well, ticket prices basically, you're going to get well-behaved people,
No,
but as much as it can be, that Madrid game is going to stir up the emotions.
Absolutely, it should.
So it should. I'm hoping for basically kind of a genuine 12-man that night.
Yeah.
A real turn 'em around, playing into the cop on the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, revenge.
Right. Do you now, with the revenge sentiment, again, let me ask this question real quick because we're coming up on the hour mark. We're going to end pretty soon. With the revenge element of it, you know how they say revenge is the dish best served cold. Would you be okay with us going through the steps that we took today to get to Real Madrid, or do you think that that's possibly too formidable of an opponent to take that chance with? I'll ask JK. I'll ask and we'll just go around the horn.
Look, Real Madrid, they lost to Barca 4-0, was it?
Real Madrid lost 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to Barca in the.
Barcelona. Yes, Barcelona. Yes. Yeah, 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. So not having a great season, if you understand what I mean. If there's a time to play him, it probably would have been today. But to play him next, they will have that time from there until now to really get hyped up for that game, because I think the viewers is sort of like an enemy, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Like we've had a few little battles with them over the years, you know what I mean? So for me, they'll be up for that game, even though they got beat today by AC Milan, who we beat 3-1 away. So what do you think of that guy, the Dutch guy for AC Milan, the guy who got the third goal from? Reinders, is it? You know?
I'm trying to think of who he's talking about.
He's the Dutch midfielder. He plays for AC Milan. His name's Reinders. He scored today the third goal. Just like I thought, when I first seen him, I didn't really like the look of him, but he seems to be scoring goals. So, but for me, the Real Madrid game in the next round, I want to win that.
Tihani Reinders.
Yeah, Reinders. Yeah.
Yeah, Leao got the assist too.
Yeah, Leao for me, I always wanted him at Liverpool. I would like if I had the choice.
Even after Trent sat him down.
Yeah, well, why not, bro? I would have loved to see him.
Even after Trent showed him that he can play some defense, because Leao was not in that game at all against us.
No, he won't.
I saw a lot of people lose momentum on the let's bring in Leao train that was like definitely building.
I think with the right manager, I think Klopp would have been that guy who would have fixed him. But for me, I would have him and Padre Neto. I think they were the two guys I wanted to, if we were going to get any wingers or wide players, they were the two names I really wanted at Liverpool. Yeah, Leao, man, top player.
Yeah, big up Trigger
Not
TV.
always, that's the thing.
Big up to Max. I don't know if I said hello to you guys, but I am definitely seeing your comments and appreciating every last one of them. Along with everyone else in the chat, big up to each and every last one of you Reds. What a glorious day it is. You know, it's been actually this past week has been fantastic as a Reds supporter. This has been definitely a brilliant couple of days here. Top of the league.
Last thing I want to say about Leao, like the guy's saying he's trash. On his day, he's world class. Like, but on his days, he's probably the worst player on the pitch.
Day, yeah.
On
Consistency.
his day, you can't be.
That's his thing.
Yeah, that's the thing, JK. You can't be world class on your day. You know, that's like the world class guys don't have. Like they have that like 3 days a year where they aren't world class. You know, the guys that can be world class every now and again.
Oh, not world class, but they can be at a level in the game where they're playing like world class level. You know what I mean? I've seen Leao destroy players, destroy them, and I'm like, yo, what a player.
Oh, me too, man. Me too. Yeah, but just give him the right space, give him the right opportunity. But you know, I think sometimes with a player like him, a clever coach, you know, maybe doesn't like because he was getting the better of Trent, and in the AC Milan game, and Slot basically told people afterwards. He just said, "Oh yeah, I just told Trent to go and stand 40 yards further up the pitch." That just killed it because he had to drop back then. So what was happening? He just basically flipped the script on him. So like, yeah, you give him space, you give him time, you give him all that, but then it's like one of the other people that's like, yeah, you don't do that. They can still get the better of you, but him in full flow with space. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot, but I don't rate him that much. He can be stopped. Someone like Vinny, you know.
How much longer do you think Ancelotti will stop at Madrid?
Oh, this is last season, dude.
This is last season, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
I think that might be done after this season. I think that might be done this season.
To be honest, Lee, I would have a tenner on him not lasting the season because it's Madrid.
Yeah, he was living round here where he was Everton manager. He was in the local paper.
Yo, fancy.
Not a local
Fancy.
non-league one.
Oh, Lee's living in a penthouse suite and we didn't even know it. He's living in Lee's house.
Get that on the shady.
We just thought like Lee's dad lived above him. We didn't know that Ancelotti lived above Lee's dad.
Ancelotti downstairs.
Yeah.
No, it ain't far away, like where a lot of them like decide to live. Like it ain't that far away from here. It's not far in the car anyway. Like bit of a walk, but
I heard he actually liked living in the city, Ancelotti, as opposed to he's one of those guys who preferred
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably had a couple of places, didn't he?
He's one of those just get me a hotel kind of thing. I'll stay in a hotel for a year. If I'm still in a hotel for a year, I might get an apartment. But ring, it's Madrid on the phone. Yeah, told you, get that.
Yeah, he
suitcase.
did the
We're out
whole
of here.
go to the local non-league team round there, and you know what I mean. He did that thing like when he was around
Give
there.
it the eyebrow. Give it a bit of an eyebrow. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, bit of chewing gum in the mouth and all that.
He always reminds me of one of the, Asterix the Gaul, the cartoon. He reminds me of like a Roman commander from one of them cartoons with that eyebrow. Because they used to be
Roman Commander, Asterix,
Commander.
world classic.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Lee looks out and says, Centurion, right there. I see.
You will be my instrument.
There you go. Yes.
Governor Ancelotti.
touch of the Roger Moores,
And
mom.
then Dele Alli is like, I will not be your instrument.
Really?
Well,
I don't know, Max. I hope you're all right, man. I hope you're cool. Some stuff. Stuff goes on. I was a call in, but yeah, I'm sure Zuby was on here the other night. So if you, I don't know, maybe you can hash it out between each other. But I'm sure it was all
I'm sure
in.
call in to they'll explain or call into them and ask them or contact them via their socials or something. I'm sure they'll, whatever it is, you guys can hash it out.
I think Max did call into because Enz was doing his 3-minute call in type thing earlier tonight.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, look, we have Zuby's.
Yeah, sure. They cut everyone. They do 3-minute timers, so they cut everyone off 3 million, or not everyone, but they try to make it happen, sticking to the rules. But again, you could talk that out with them. You've had your say here in the chat. The panels had their say here as well. Great day. 4-0 winners here. Lucho.
Yeah, my 2-2 looks better by the minute, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, well, you got your 2-2. Well, yeah. Just 2. You got to put the plus sign. You got to put the plus sign instead of a dash in between there. Yeah. Great day.
Yeah, we're just talking about Ancelotti there. One moment. And the most wins in the first 16 games, Arne Slot's first. He's got 14. Mourinho is second with 13 in the Chelsea team in 2003. Third is Ancelotti with Chelsea in 2009 with 13. Then you got Avram Grant with Chelsea in 2007 with 12. Conte with Chelsea in 2015 with 12. Unai Emery, 12 as well with Arsenal. And Sarri with Chelsea with 12. So Slot is on top of the list there. What I like, in some ways, he's doing it quietly. Hence why I don't really like him giving interviews and stuff. Or rather, he just does the football side of it and leave the talking to, I don't know, Jurgen Klopp, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, like you were saying, great day. Sorry about that, but great day. Definitely for all of us that are Red supporters out there. 4-0, top of the league for the Champions League, top of the league for Premier League. We're going to be watching our Reds play this weekend against Villa to try and hold on to that top spot so we can continue to say, now I'm saying top of the leagues because it is plural, that which we are. Jamie was professing his love to Slot in the interview. He was hilarious. And he's like, this guy's got us top of the league in Champions League, top of the league in the Premier League. He's like, I love this guy. I think we all definitely have a spot in our heart for Arnie as he continues to just definitely impress people by, the momentum and the pure precision that Liverpool have become with a team that Jurgen Klopp has gotten the world out of. He set up this coach with some great players, and Arnie is definitely carrying that torch on. So it's a beautiful thing to see in the making, for sure. Beautiful thing to see in the making. So is there any last words you guys want to say to the audience before we allow for them to enjoy their, and it's what is it now? It's morning for you now, right? It's past midnight.
But it just did. Yeah, it just did.
Yeah.
Bang on, bro. Yeah.
So, just my question is, can we go out tomorrow, or is the world going to end? I mean, what's the story, Mr. Trumpy Trump? What's the numbers looking like?
Jeez, we'll see. Look, I voted, so we'll see.
Is it today? Is it election day today? Is it?
Today's the day, Lee. Today is the day. It's bonfire night in England, and it's fireworks night in the USA.
Yep.
They already know who's going to win. They're just pre-planning, aren't they?
No, let's not even go there. Let's just say,
Cody Gakpo going to
look.
Cody Gakpo.
You're going to say Cody Gakpo is going to win. Flying Dutchman. He knows the name is going to have to be his nickname. I call him Agent Cody. But
I don't know why. I don't get that reference, but I've never
Agent
gotten
Cody?
that reference. Yeah, I've never gotten
there was actually a movie called Agent Cody. It was like
okay.
And it was like all about like he's like a kid spy.
Oh, I know it now. Yeah, it's like a junior James Bond.
Yeah, he's like a junior James Bond.
Yeah, Cody. I know it. Yeah.
That's why I call him Agent Cody.
But
he's certainly the Flying Dutchman too.
Mm-hmm.
He's certainly the Flying Dutchman
Cody
too.
Banks. That's it. Agent Cody Banks. That's
there you
it.
go.
Thanks, Red for Life. Agent Cody
there
Banks.
Go.
I knew it. Yeah. I know that. Yeah. Spy Kids. Yeah, that's all.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. And now also my Colombian brethren here. Wow.
I don't know. I think Chris Angel. I think we may have to not stop the plane, the Guantanamo plane, but maybe just a little recall last minute for one of our previous passengers. So I think Lucho can stay now. There's still one guy on that plane, though. There's still one guy on that plane.
Anybody know if Arnie is like Slot's name is the Dutch equivalent of our name, Ernie? Is like Arnie short for something the way Ernie is short for Ernest?
Oh, I don't know. I know Pops always tells us that the reason why he's come up with his nickname is because slot means lock in Dutch. So he's Mr. Lock to Pops. He has definitely locked it down, as has this young man. People, I'm telling you, we all have to get close to learning. At least some of us to get close to learning this song. But I sent it to the guys. Actually, I sent it to the panel. I don't know if we have the streets still involved in our chat, but we are certainly going to have to. Yeah. His name is Lucho, people. His name is Lucho, people. His name is certainly Lucho. But big up.
Okay.
Big up.
Yeah,
I tried to get.
read that
I was trying to get the Coppers guys. I don't know if they did. Hopefully they did. when they came up to they're doing a rating show, and I didn't get an opportunity to say
Might be a
say
while.
when they went for him, but
Sure.
I want to hear Cal and Matt hopefully sing the song when his spot comes up. Hopefully they did it. I try to put them on point for it.
Yeah, but when you do that, you also have to put in brackets at the end to the tune of, so people know what the tune is. You also have
Okay.
to tell them that
Well,
yeah.
yeah. I sent you the tune. Did you?
Oh no, I mean in the
it
chat.
starts
I mean in the
the one
chat.
with Nunez.
No, but in the
Oh,
chat.
in the
I mean,
chat. In the
so
chat. I got
people
you.
know it's to the
Yeah, I
tune
got you.
of
Understood.
whatever song it is. And but Max is just saying that I had to read that a few times. He's saying people are saying Lucho has 3 goals in 4 games. Or so why not say he has a hat trick? So is it? Yeah, that's statistics in football, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can make them say anything you want them to say. Lucho has 3 goals in 1 game. Okay, but he also only has 3 goals in his 4 games.
Yep. There you go.
That's stats. Bella Ciao, I still don't know what song that is.
Okay.
Is it by a famous...
the guy who wrote it is Andy Hodgson. Well, that's the guy who wrote this song, the Lucho song. But isn't Bella Ciao is an Italian song.
I guess that much.
What
I
it
still
is?
don't know.
Well, no, I was going to say it's also inspired by Celtic. Have a adaptation of the Celtic fans have an adaptation of the song too, or something they sing. I don't know what player it's for, but they have an adaptation
From
of the song.
Money Heist. I definitely know the tune. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's probably one of those classic Italian O Sole Mio type tunes or something. From Money Heist.
His name is
Money Heist.
It's like yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not singing it for you guys. Not right now, but you will hear it soon enough, because that will certainly start to once you get a song, that means you certainly have arrived. Get a song, get it sung by the cop. That is certainly definitely impressive status for yourself. So big up to Lucho. His song is certainly going to make some headlines here by being probably sung in the background of those 3 goals. And also, again, do you guys want to say anything before we bounce? Because we're going to have to bring it to
No, you got to go.
No,
Take care.
peace.
Take care.
Good win. Let's go on to Villa now.
Yep. Nolante, you got anything to say before we bounce out? Oh, I see you're off mute. That's why I was asking.
Peace and out anyway, bro.
Nolante, you know. And Lee, do you want to say anything to people before we bounce out?
Hopefully Lucho can do it again against Villa. Let's hope he beats the trick against Villa, and he's really pumped up off the back of this hat-trick.
Yeah. There you go. So nice to do it twice.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? And definitely, why not for each and every one of you to show up tomorrow. We'll do a rating show, and also to be a part of the show every day that we are on the airwaves. It will be it'll be a great day to see tomorrow. Be an even better day if you tell a friend as well to come and join us on the podcast tomorrow. So we will see you tomorrow. And as always, as I like to say, up the Reds, people, up the Reds. All right. See you guys.